Welcome to our adventure at Tom and Jerry's Swamp Boat Tours, located in the lush heart of Central Florida at Lake Panisofsky. I'll get more into the details of the area shortly, but as I find them very interesting, first, let's talk a little bit about airboats. Airboats offer a very unique and exciting way to traverse the water. With their sleek and shallow design, they can reach speeds of up to 35 miles per hour. But the modified airboats are known to reach speeds of up to 135 miles per hour. The first airboat was invented in 1905 in Nova Scotia, Canada, and was nicknamed the Ugly Duckling. They were brought into the Florida area in the 1920s and have been used for hunting, fishing, tourism, and are even used by the military. With their sleek drafts and fully unsubmersed propulsion, they can skim over water as shallow as 2 inches, and thus they are the ideal means for traversing through swamps and marshes. With an airboat ride, you can safely assure yourself of an epically unique opportunity to get up close with nature and feel the wind in your hair as you glide upon the water's surface. Airboats started out with aircraft engines to drive their airplane-type propellers. However, the more common and modern airboats are propelled with automobile engines. And listen to this. Who could not love the sound of a big block crate coming to life on the water? As previously mentioned, Tom and Jerry Swamp Tours is located in the heart of Florida at Lake Panisofsky, which is the name of a very small town, but also the name for the lake itself, and is part of a 9,911 acre park and wildlife preserve. The name comes from the Seminole language and means Valley of Water. The earliest known inhabitants to the area were of African American and Native American descent, and can be traced back to the year of 1813, which predates the Second Seminole War. It is said that the Seminoles used Lake Panisofsky to hold councils and green corn dances. Originally known as Sitakee's Village, the inhabitants raised corn, rice, and sugar cane, with livestock including cattle, horses, and hogs. It is also believed that they planted one of the oldest orange groves in Florida. Being the third largest lake in Florida and containing 4 spring-fed creeks, the marshland around Lake Panisofsky is very abundant and easily a hotspot for fishing. The top 4 species include largemouth bass, black crappie, bluegill, and chain pickerel. The area is also part of the Great Florida Birding Trail, with species such as kestrels, meadowlarks, and killdeer a common sight. The vegetation along Lake Panasoffkee is common to that of Florida, including the beautiful Spanish moss, which is not a moss at all, but a perennial herb. Contrary to popular belief, Spanish moss does not harm the trees upon which it grows. It is an epiphyte, which means that it grows on other plants but does not rely on them for nutrients. The Native American word for Spanish moss is, well, too difficult for me to pronounce, but it literally translates to tree beard in English. By now you've probably noticed the mighty cypress trees growing in this swamp. There are actually two types, bald and pond cypress. These massive trees live hundreds of years and are deciduous conifers, which seems oxymoronic to me. But hey, you learn something new every day. Cypress trees usually grow up to 100 feet high and flute out at their bases up to 6 feet in diameter. They develop huge root systems to help them anchor into the ground in wet areas. These special roots are known as cypress knees. While the bald cypress prefers to grow in flowing streams, the pond cypress can grow in still water and is usually smaller than its massive cousin. The amount of nutrients in the soil will determine how quickly the trees grow. Cypress trees usually tend to take over the areas that they grow in and cause the other tree species to move out of the area. Tom and Jerry Swamp Tours is owned by Captain Jerry Sloan, a well-seasoned outdoorsman with over 30 years of experience in the industry. And he has donned this stream as the Redneck Tunnel of Love. You can choose from either a 1 hour or 90-minute airboat ride, and it is exciting for the entire family.
Alligator.
It's a crocodile.
It's a crocodile.
Alligator.
Crocodile.
You can't tell her. Yeah.
She said, you wrong.
You can't tell her nothing.
No. I see a crocodile.
It's an alligator.
Crocodile.
Okay.
you were pretty much guaranteed to see some alligators. In fact, if you don't, I would consider that very unusual. But in addition, you may also spot Florida deer, wild hogs, bald eagles, armadillo, turtles, and perhaps some endangered species like sandhill cranes. Did I mention that snakes fall from the trees here?
Jonah! You're holding him for real camera. Holy moly.
Good job, buddy. Anyone else?
Can she like pet him or?
Of course, just as long as she doesn't touch the face.
Okay. No, maybe she doesn't want to. Evie's, go stand with Jonah and I'll get all of your pictures. Go stand with Jonah.
You want to get in there?
Sure. Maybe she'll let me hold her. Or here, you can use this. All right.
I like the alligator, Daddy.
Won't hurt you. Start to play plan? Yeah. That's not so bad, right? Did you get that first look?
He's not looking at you.
Oh my gosh. You're so calm.
See, now you can say you've been that close to a dinosaur.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Okay,
these guys are the last ones left.
That is so cool.
So cool.
Yeah.
He feels like, he doesn't even feel real.
He is real though.
Yeah.
But he's not moving his eyes. He isn't really moving.
Yeah.
Does he like being handled or?
Okay, this is all he's known. We've got him
Yeah.
since they were hatched out of the egg, so.
Oh.
Pretty
Evie,
cool, huh?
I thought they were
what do you think? Do you want to hold him while she's holding
Yeah.
him? Do you want to put your hands
You
underneath?
wanna try?
Here, Jared, get a picture of her. Here, let Abby.
Come here.
Look, come here. You can hold him underneath here. Look. Yeah. What do you think? You want to rub his belly? Wow. What do you think?
He probably can't breathe like that.
No, he can breathe. You see, he's got two holes on the top of. See the two holes at the top?
His nose.
Yeah, that would be his nose. That's where he breathes.
Yeah, that's just so he doesn't get
Yeah.
excited and he starts